Hi, my name is Lindy Jung, and welcome back to episode 7 of the Project Moths writing vlog series. It's less of a series now. I feel like I'm trying to focus on making these episodes feel a little bit more like complete parts of a whole, but I digress because this is the week. This is my last week in Thailand, and it's the week that I plan to finish writing this draft of Project Moths. To catch you up, just in case, Project Moths is the code name for my dark academia fantasy set in Paris. It's an adult fantasy. There's a murder mystery kind of at the core, but really it's more of like a psychological studies. My goal throughout the series has been to finish this draft by March 1st. It is currently February 26th, so I have around 4 days left. Honestly, the past couple days since we last left off, I think I finished filming the previous vlog just a few days ago, or maybe like yesterday, I don't know. Basically, to catch you up, I have not been writing that much. Last time we left off, I was reading feedback from my friends Chris and Sam on the first 2 acts of Moths, and it was like overwhelmingly positive. It was so kind. It just made me feel so good about this book and the direction it's taking, but it also kind of made me feel like acts 3, 4, and 5 aren't gonna hold up to that standard, which makes sense because I've spent a lot more time polishing and refining acts 1 and 2, but that was just kind of like a thing. It wasn't enough to set me back from drafting. I've still written like at least a couple hundred words every day. This past weekend I had like my last weekend out with my friends here, which is really sad. We went to the next town over, and now for my life, my job, I have this Monday off, and then I go back to school on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm at school, but I'm not teaching because I've already wrapped up my finals. I've already wrapped up my classes, and my students don't have any more classes with me. So all I have left in terms of schoolwork is grading and submitting grades and just taking in all of that late work, which of course they have. But other than that, I'm pretty much planning on spending either my entire workday in my office writing or in the cafe writing. Like I figured tomorrow is going to be my heaviest grading day, and then everything else, and then I'll just take all the late work that trickles in and grade it as it comes. Other than that, I plan to fully focus on writing. In terms of Moths and where I'm at in this draft right now, I am on Act 5. Chapter 26, which is the first full chapter of Act 5, is almost complete. Chapter 27 is like 75% complete, and then it's just, I think, 28, 29 epilogue, and we're done. Chapters 26 and 27 are leaning on the long side because so much, not action in like the punchy sense, but so much stuff is happening in these chapters, and it's actually coming together a lot more neatly than I thought it would. I kind of figured that the climax of this book would be sort of a mess because there's so many story threads that I feel like don't completely mesh together, but it's honestly culminating in a way that I don't hate. Obviously there's going to be some more to clean up. I'm not saying I'm perfect in this drafting stage, but it's definitely like a lot cleaner and more satisfying of a climax than I thought it'd be, which is really, really nice. So we're gonna finish up on that today. It's around 10:45 a.m. Stuff on the agenda. Oh, I have to finish editing last week's vlog. So I think I'm gonna give myself an hour at a nearby cafe to eat and edit, and then I'll start to write. One of the things that I'm learning about myself is that I work best in an environment that is already sort of associated in my brain with work. So I've been the most productive in my writing at my work desk, which is kind of funny because I don't think I should be writing necessarily. I only do it when I have nothing else to do, like I finished my school obligations for the day. Apparently I've developed a reputation for being like really hardworking and really serious about my job, which is very funny because I'm kind of not. So it's just kind of funny that people see me like typing away at my computer, typing at my 120 words per minute, and are like, oh gosh, she's such a hard worker. I am a hard worker, just not at the thing they think I'm working at. So yes, to recap, we're sitting at around 72,000 words on this draft. 1 more act to go. First 2 chapters are almost done. I think I should be able to wrap those up today, and then it'll just be a matter of focusing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday night, I get on a bus and I leave my town. I head to Bangkok. Friday, late morning / afternoon, I go to the airport. I board. I'm giving myself March 1st, which is kind of confusing because I leave on March 1st. I travel for like 30 hours and then I arrive on March 1st because of the time change. I'm giving myself that March 1st to work as well in case I need it. I don't really know if I'm gonna finish this draft over the next couple days because there is a lot that I have to do. Like I have to finish packing, I have to sort of tidy my apartment, and I have to do a lot of like social activities. So it's kind of a crapshoot as to how busy I'll end up being with that stuff. It's so fun, not fun, it's like really thematically interesting to me. Sorry, I like to analyze my life in terms of themes because I have a problem. It's interesting to me that like this 5-4, I don't even know. I've been saying 5 because I think that is closer. But the 5-year process of writing Moths, the end of that has coincided with the end of my 6-month stint in Thailand. I do think that is fitting. So yeah, that's gonna be this week's video, and there's nothing else to do really but to go ahead and get started. I have some errands to run, and then I'm going to park myself in a cafe and have something to drink and start working. So yes, as always, thank you guys so much for following me on this journey. I'm so excited to be finished, whenever I end up finishing. All right, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit with the next update. Bye.
Good for you.
Hi, it's currently Wednesday, February 28th, which means that this is my final full day in Kalasin. Tomorrow I get on the night bus at 10 p.m. and then I'm going to Bangkok, and then I have kind of a half day in Bangkok. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. And then I fly. I fly home in 2 days, which it's just so surreal. In terms of book stuff and just general things, I actually got some feedback from Kelly, and she sent this amazing, so detailed edit letter. She had bullet points, she was so complimentary. If you have not hired Kelly as an editor, do so immediately. Her brain is so big. She had pointed out so many little things, but not little as in petty, little things that really sort of matter and impact the narrative that other people honestly hadn't picked up on. So I'm so grateful for her feedback. I won't get into that too much because I'm still just trying to get through to the end of this draft, and all of that feels like a problem for future Lynn. I look like a 1950s housewife, but one who's going through hard times. Yeah, not worrying about revisions just yet at this point because, again, we're trying to finish by not tomorrow, but by the time I touch my feet onto American soil, we're gonna be done. I'm kind of not disappointed in myself, but I'm thinking that this week, the remainder of this week, is going to be much busier than I thought it would be. Yesterday I spent almost the entire day packing, cleaning, finishing up grading, and then there was just a bunch of other things YouTube related stuff, blah blah blah, that just made it so I did not write yesterday. So it's honestly been a couple of days since I put words into Moths, but it's currently 11. I went to school for a little bit. During this week, we're basically just clocking in and sitting there. So I came back to take a nap and to just sort of recalibrate myself. I got a little bit in today. I managed to finish up and polish that last interlude before Act 5. My goal for the rest of the day, chapters 26, chapters 27, start chapter 28. I have a Red Bull soda. I have had a canned coffee. My stomach's gonna hurt. It already hurts, but it's gonna be worth it because I want to get as much done today as possible, because even though I'm fully packed, I just feel like there's going to be stuff that requires my attention tomorrow. And also we're saying goodbye to our friends, so it's gonna be kind of emotional, and I'm just going to be stressed because I always get stressed on travel days, which the next 3 days are going to be travel days for me, so that's really exciting. But yeah, stressed to get on the bus on time, stressed to make sure I have everything, get my apartment checked out, pay my last rent, pick up my last paycheck. All in all, today is going to be the day for writing. So my plan is to, I have some YouTube stuff to finish up. Maybe I'll do a 15 to 20 minute nap. Have not been sleeping. Just not sleeping has been a theme for the past couple weeks. I don't know if it's anxiety or if my hard bed is finally catching up with me. I'm going to probably hit a cafe for lunch with my friend, get some writing done. Hopefully that'll be the chapter 26 moment. And then for the rest of the afternoon, I will go to my office because that is where I'm the most productive. Then hopefully that'll be chapter 27 and part of chapter 28. We can do it. We can do it. I just need to get it together for these final few hours of writing and it'll be done. I don't know, this isn't like me. Usually I rush for the finish line, but I think with everything that's happened, it's almost like I'm kind of reluctant to let go of the project I've been working on for the past 4 or 5 years and the place that I've been for the past 4 months. But I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to start new things. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this. It'll be fine. I'm not panicking, I swear. Okay, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Bye. Oh my gosh, okay, damn, yeah. So I'm about to head out to my last dinner in Coliseum. I'm getting on the bus in just a couple hours, just to catch up on how I'm feeling, because I do kind of like using these as a log of these times because they fade quickly. It's starting to hit me. Like before I was just purely excited to get home. Now I'm thinking of all the things I'm gonna never see again. Not necessarily miss, but never see or experience again. And that's kind of a bummer. We had to say goodbye to some of our coworkers today, and we're about to say goodbye to our 2 friends and our favorite restaurant in town. So it's just gonna be kind of an emotional night. But right after that, gonna hop on the bus. I'm just about finished packing. I don't know if you can see. It's my suitcase. I have my travel bag that I was backpacking with. I ended up buying myself like a large checked bag size suitcase so that I could just pack away all the clothes and trinkets I bought. At the end of the day, it's sad right now, it's emotional right now, but I'm so excited to be home. And once I'm home with like all the people I love and all the things I love, I'm gonna feel so much 1,000 times better. So it'll be okay. In terms of writing, today was pretty productive. I finished chapters 27 and got a good chunk into chapter 28. Chapter 27 marks the end of sort of like the climax in chapter 28. It's almost like a secondary climax. I don't know quite. I'm not gonna miss that. It's almost like a secondary climax. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like a big revelation happens about one of the characters and some stuff goes down, and it's sort of like the hard ending. I don't think this book is very well described or easy to describe using those linear plot structures. I don't think that most books or stories easily fall into those structures anyway. This one definitely doesn't, so that's the best way I can describe it. It's like a secondary, smaller climax. So that means that only chapters 28, 29, 30, and the epilogue need to be written, which kind of sounds like a lot, but I am definitely feeling the strength coming. Chapter 30 might also not exist because it is a chapter that would show sort of the wrapping up, the denouement of the story before the epilogue, which is the proper denouement, which sort of wraps everything up and leaves the reader with that final note. But I feel like most of the things that happen in chapter 30 don't really matter. Like it would be nice to see, but I'm wondering if maybe I can just have it be mentioned in the epilogue as having had happened rather than taking the time to show all that. I'll think about it. I think that if I maybe can figure out something else to add to chapter 30 to justify its existence, then that would be good. I really value and try to write with like multifunctional scenes. But at the end of the day, like all that needs to be said has been said by chapter 29, and the epilogue just sort of wraps everything up. So at 10 tonight, I get on the bus, I go to Bangkok, I get into Bangkok at 5 a.m. My plan is to just loiter in the bus station and just drink a Red Bull that I bought earlier. I want to show you guys, hold on. These are the tits. I don't know if I can find this in America, but I'm going to try it. They're like apple muscat grape flavor, carbonated Red Bull. And I never drank Red Bull prior to coming here, but Red Bull is a Thai thing, so I started getting into it. So I'm gonna drink that. These keep me up. Work at the airport for a couple hours, so it's gonna be a lot of just like moving around, staying in motion, and writing, which is the plan because I don't have anything better to do. Like I said, the words are flowing right now. I was really surprised because I opened up chapter 27 and there were some like transitional beats that I had left blank because I couldn't figure out how to make them work, and I just filled them in like it wasn't a big deal. I am kind of worried that I will be too tired and brain dead to adequately write tomorrow, but I think it should be okay. Like, what else am I gonna do? I feel like I'm not gonna be able to sleep until I'm on the plane. I have a lot of like travel anxiety right now. I think my big obstacle at the moment that I'm facing is that I'm really, really anxious about the bus ride and like all that time in Bangkok doing nothing and then getting on the plane and my layover in Singapore. I don't know. It's just a really long haul. I think it's like 40 hours of travel, which is just not what you want to be doing. But anyway, that is today's update. I think we're on track to finish this tomorrow during the travel day. So very excited, and I'll see you guys and update you guys when I'm back in the States. Bye.
Ready?
Should I make my hand aesthetic? I don't know how to do that.
I don't know either.
I'm finished! That was really aggressive. I finished. I finished. So we are back to the backdrop that is my parents' home. Excuse the mess. I literally just sat down and started filming because, as you saw in the last clip, I'm officially finished writing draft 1 of Project Moths. Oh my god. So technically speaking, I'm 3 days late. It's March 4th. You know what? I had a wild past couple days. I didn't realize how quick the turnaround on my layover was gonna be. I just didn't have a lot of space or time to write during the whole flight process. And then obviously I was like completely exhausted afterwards, like knocked out exhausted. So I didn't get that much writing done until today. I was like doing my best. I was literally typing on my phone in the customs line. By today, I only had like 1 section left, like literally 3-4 paragraphs. And for some reason I couldn't quite bring myself to sit down and do it until now, but I got myself to do it. I finished it. We are finished. We're finished with the first draft, and it feels really good. It feels good. Also not real, because obviously it doesn't end here. I'm going to sit down and do a full reflection, and I'm going to make that a separate video, like what I've learned from writing this project in particular, more about this project, and the journey of how it came to be, because it has been a years-long process. But that's gonna be a separate video because I feel like I'm gonna get a little rambly and maybe emotional, and this vlog is already long enough as it is. So I just wanted to leave you guys with this outro, this wrap-up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. Like, the book is done. Kind of. Of course I have to revise after this. I think I'm gonna do one really major revision that fixes all the holes and stuff that I've noticed in the story and that have also been pointed out to me, and polish up the world building a little bit and just make sure that it is as close to my vision for the book as it can be before I let other people read it and before I query. But I don't imagine this having like a huge revision time. I think at most I'm probably gonna revise like a month or 2 before I go and query. If that sounds arrogant, I have been agented before, and that does significantly expedite the querying process, or just kind of make it easier to find an agent because you've kind of proven that you sort of know what you're doing. So that's why I'm not too worried about querying at all. I'm still a little nervous, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just repressing it or something because I just have not felt that anxious about querying. But I do feel a little bit of anxiety about revising. The next set of vlogs are going to be revising vlogs for Moths, and we're going to be revising all through the month of March, so that'll be fun. But yeah, darn, damn, shit. Crap. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. I can't believe that I got this done in 7 episodes. Maybe the secret all along was to just publicly shame myself by making an ongoing writing vlog series about my writing process. The ending of the book did come very quickly, like all those climactic scenes came and happened really quickly. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for you guys, of course, and that is it. That's it for this vlog. I'm happy to be back in California. I'm happy to be done with the first draft of this book. We'll see how revising goes. I've said that's it like 5 times. I feel like I should say more, but I think I'm gonna let myself sit in it for a bit and then make that longer sort of reflection video. But thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.